Aloha, I'm Dr. Val, Kauai Psychologist, and today's topic is creative connection. Now, I don't want to spend the whole time talking about the health and psychological benefits of socially connecting. I think you already know that social connecting is important. I think you also already know that there's buku research that supports the idea that we benefit by being connected with one another. I believe that that's the way God made us. He hardwired our brain for these connections. And so research is boning out the truth that God made us for connection. So let's talk about ways to connect. All right, I would ask that you start with the people in your life right now. Now, you may not have any close friendships right now, but that doesn't mean you don't have people in your life. Let's talk about the people in your life. Wherever you're living, I'm pretty sure there's neighbors. So those neighbors are in your life. Some of you also have family in your life. Some of you have regular groups that you do things with, or that groups that you attend. Maybe you go to school. Maybe you belong to a gardening club, different clubs and different types of things that allow you to connect with people. You live in a community, so you are a part of that community, and people are within your reach. So what do we do about this? Well, here are a few ideas, and my own ideas are not any better than yours. You can be creative and figure out ways of connecting with people as well. The most important thing is that you feel connected, that you don't feel isolated, because honestly, we can feel lonely even with a group of people. So that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for feeling like we're connected. All right, so how about, first of all, if you don't have family or close friends, how about volunteering? All right, even during COVID-19 days, there are opportunities for volunteering. Here on the island of Kauai, very remote, very rural, very small population compared to probably most of yours. Yet there are many groups, community groups that are feeding the elderly, feeding people that are running out of money and running out of food. They got to get the food there somehow. So you could volunteer to drive if you're able to drive. You could also volunteer on crisis lines and things like that. Boy, there's an increased need for people that are willing to take those phone calls and to just be there and talk with people. So those are a couple of ways that if you don't already have connections, that you can get those connections. If you are in a crisis mode where you don't have someone that you can call or trust to call, then I would suggest that you do utilize the crisis lines that are set up. There's so many right now that are in operation, some specifically for COVID-19. All you got to do is look online for crisis line 24 hours. Support lines. There's even text lines and chat lines available. But you got to do, you got to put in the effort to go ahead and do the Google search. But it will give you lots of options. And I'm going to give you a couple options that I generally share with my clients and that I've used myself when I really needed prayer at some point in my life. The 700 Club has a 24-hour prayer line. So you can find that at cbn.com or at the 700 Club online. And they are so good at answering their phone calls and talking with you about what you're dealing with and then praying for you. And they'll even follow up with scriptural, biblical support and information. I also give out Focus on the Family's phone number. You can look that up online. Focus on the Family is not 24-hour support, but they are maybe 18-hour support. They're open a lot of the time, in other words. And you can connect with people there that will pray for you and maybe even connect you with counselors in your area. So let's get connected. Those of us who do have positive connections and healthy connections, let's see if we might be able to include someone who may not have positive, healthy connections. Maybe a neighbor that you know that's living alone. Maybe an older person who isn't really allowed to go out very much these days. Get their phone number and call them. or if you can, if you're allowed, pay them a visit. All right, so let's maintain our social connections if we have them. And if we don't have them, let's get them. Let's get in there and do some hard work that it takes in order to formulate different ideas and be creatively connected in our world today. It's very important. I'll just say one thing about basically about health benefits, and that is it's going to boost your immunity. Don't we need that these days? Let's do this, you guys. Let's get creatively connected. All right, bless you guys.